Tinggi deh om.
Very live na. Nahi bole guys.
So what is ClickUp? ClickUp is an all-in-one productivity software where you can manage everything and anything related to your work. Your documents, your chats, your whiteboards, your projects. The value of this, you don't have to buy 5 softwares to do this. You don't have to be hopping back and forth between multiple tabs, trying to find that email from a year ago. Instead, you can find everything in a matter of seconds, keeping your work and everything related to productivity organized in a single place.
Opportunity where we can unpack some things which we have not done well and look into it really seriously and come back strong.
Oh my, what a stroke. Shades of Tom Latham, no doubt about it. Down in the Auckland A squad, now back in his native Nepal. Another young player for you to think of, Monty Desai. How good was this? A Siddhartha Bank 6.
Yeah, it's a very well picked in front. It shows that he's got some abilities.
We have said, you and I have discussed off air, haven't we, how you're always on the hunt for left-handed batters because it's really just Gulshan Jan Kushalmala up in the national side at the moment. Oh, repeat the dose. Take that, says young Karel. And Durgesh Gupta goes for back-to-back 6s. The fans are loving it. And the Avengers are flying. It's 57 for none.
सुजल डेयरीको उत्कृष्ट उत्पादन डिलाइट डेयरी व्हाइटनरले अब हरेक दिन डिलाइटफुल
NPL Live Go Unlimited Excitement तपाईकै हातमा. Catch the live stream, highlights, NPL packs, free tickets, games and more from NPL with Ncell app. Download Ncell app now.
DHI Happier Home. Today sahi.
The Avengers, the Lumberty Lions must be going, hold on, we can't stop scoring runs. We're somehow ending up on the wrong side. They need a wicket, so they're going to turn to left arm spin. And it will be left arm spin in the shape of Surya Tamang, who I think an awful lot of. He had his international debut this year after a wonderful year in the PM Cup, getting all those wickets, 31 I think it was, Monty.
Yeah, Surya did very well in PM Cup, and was pretty consistent with his spin. More importantly, able to pick wickets at the right time. We'll have to see what Surya does today.
Can't bowl short to Andrews House. Gets away with it, just going to be a couple. You refer to them as very much an army of left-arm spinners. There's so many here. It must be difficult to select from them.
Yeah, I think you just difficult for sure, but it's a good headache to have. And more importantly, I think we have to remain logical, rational. When you have some experienced left-arm spinners also who are doing well, all you do is, you bring these guys, these young players around in development squads, A teams, and make sure that there is enough competition for each and every role that we want for the national side.
More really good captaincy from Rohit Powdell, identifying that he needs to make sure that the fielders are in the right place. Such a beautiful ground. This, Monty, your final over with you. It's so great to have you here. How much have you enjoyed your time as head coach? I can't believe it's less than 2 years. It feels like a lifetime of emotion, period.
It's been a roller coaster ride, let's put it that way, Lenny, because I've seen both sides of the coins. We've got a lot of success last year and the fans were right behind us. And it's a wonderful feeling, to be part of that story and to contribute in some way. 2 years, yes, and I think one of the most important satisfying thing which I have enjoyed is to build the fundamental values around the dressing room. We keep talking about a happy dressing room. It can sometimes taken in a very weird, lighter manner, but more importantly, we bring out the deepest value in that as accountability. And I know that each and every player knows for the fact that they are hurt, and we are questioning them for the future.
Yeah, I fully echo those sentiments. I think the fanaticism here in Nepal is something that definitely takes management, because the team is so popular. It's that one turned sharply, nicely bowled. What's your message, I suppose, to fans then? Just stick with the team, whatever the results?
I wouldn't say so. I mean, if there is someone who is not performing for a longer run, definitely we need to look at opportunities to be given to the others who put their hand up. But at the moment, the resources, we are trying to maximize the resources. But tournament like this is going to help us a lot more for the future.
Yeah, certainly what I would think has been so apparent from this event, Monty, has been the progression of young cricketers here in Nepal. We're only, 6 days into it. You can see their exposure with the international stars has been of such benefit. End of the 5th over, it's 60 for none.
सिद्धि दाग यो निकाल्न इजी छ सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश यसको 10 हातको शक्ति छ यस्तो जसले सिद्धि दाग निकाल्न गर्छ इजी सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश
Globally trusted hair transplant expert, Foliderm.
About being chosen.
Yeah, I think it was very well planned and put together, and most importantly, I think I like the fact that Kushal Malla is also one of them. He started speaking a lot more and taking a lot more responsibility, and that's good to see.
He almost feels like a different human. We've seen his celebrations. He's pumped up. What a young leader he is.
It shows me that when given the responsibility, he doesn't like to lose. It looks like that. So great to see the way it's coming out for him as part of leadership group.
What about Dipender Singh Ari's captaincy too? He's been quite sensational. Going to see a change in bowling. Dinesh Adhikari comes into the attack, right arm, medium fast. Do you feel that there's a good spread of talent? You've got plenty of national team players really in each and every of the 8 teams.
Yeah, I think we'll have to define talent very differently in this country. So there's raw talent. The cricketers who want to play cricket, that is also one part of talent definition for me. They've sweated, they work very hard, but to polish them, it will be a lot more work that we have to put together.
House goes down the ground, picks it up and all the way for 6. He's such a fine player, isn't he? In demand in franchise leagues all around the world. You can see why. That's another great stroke.
Yeah, I mean, it's tremendous, isn't it? I mean, for the Nepali young cricketers to see the way he's operating right now, the approach, the plan that they have, so clear the way he goes after the bowlers for the right reasons.
Just clinical, isn't he? Just a half a swing of the bat, dance down the track, targets the place where no one's in the deep.
Yeah, very professional, I think.
Yeah, we've seen one of the big things about this league as well, Monty, those 4 overseas players per team, they're combining brilliantly. Sohail Tanvir is having an impact on the young left armour, and there's just so many things to love about this league.
Absolutely. So, if you use an example of Sohail Tanvir and Region Dakal, one bowls from a different height, a different release, and you have Region Dakal from the other side. It's a great combination to see. So similarly, I think, different players who have been in different teams, Shikhar Dhawan, the way he's helping out the youngsters in those batting partnerships.
Picked up again, and picked up with such ease. Going to be 4 more. Monty, I've only got you for 2 more balls. Just want to ask you one final thing. It's going to be a massive year of international cricket. I know the focus is on right now the domestic game of this inaugural MPL, but the next fixtures in the actual official schedule, I don't want you to tell us anything you can't. That's Cricket World Cup League 2 in May, where I think you travel to Scotland. But are you hoping for there to be lots of international cricket, whether it's the full side or the A-team in February, March?
February, March has always been a season, right, for Nepal. So if you can get some fixtures, will be great. But I think we'll have to remain proactive, plan it well, and more importantly, all these players will have to own it, so that we are ready for this next fixtures that we are coming our way.
Another boundary. It's raining boundaries in the power play. It's the highest power play of the tournament now, 74. Sensational from House, 40 off 18. The A-team as well, big initiative, Monty.
It was a great initiative. I think for an associate team within the budgets to plan certain things and give exposure to an A-team, that was great. And I'm sure Paras and Can management is looking into that too, so that we can have a great year coming year.
And Monty, I want to thank you so much for coming to join me. Andrew's House has put on a clinic. It's a maximum. I've barely been able to say well done and wish you all the best going forward.
Lenny, thanks so much. Looks like Poker Avengers gonna win this one and keep the table open for all 8 teams.
Spot on the money.
Tapayko Asli Energy Red Bull Asli Nerozo.
म त पैसा लिन्छु आइमी पेमा चाहियो के र खर्च गर्न सजिलो कार्डबाटै किन्छु म लिन्छु म ब्याज पनि पाइन्छ हो विदेशबाट आएको रकम वेलकम टु आइमी पे वालेट आइमी पे भए चाहियो के छ सबै सेट
Pond Superlight Gel with hyaluronic acid. 200% instant hydration. Miracles happen.
Head coach of Nepal cricket Monty Desai and Andrew Leonard, and 6 overs of absolute carnage in the middle, and quite literally it's been power display, power play in the middle. 80 runs, 10 wickets in hand, 91 of 84. Pokhara Avengers are showing what they have. They have the goods, and this is also the best and the highest ever score in the power play overs. He's looked good as well, Dinesh Correll. Monali Patel alongside me.
Andreas House taking the bowlers to the cleaners, and he is a 360 player as well. Offside, straight, leg side, you name it. And so easy to watch as well. Easy on the eyes. He doesn't overhit anything. It's all timing to perfection. 46 off 19. But twice now the Lumbini Lions have put up big scores, and twice it's their bowlers under the pump. 5 bowlers used already. And no wickets picked up yet.
So easy. It is getting for that man in the middle. Brings up his half century in his second outing for the Avengers. Andreas Gauss. He's the danger man. He's lit up the stadium with a flurry of 6s and 4 in this innings. As many as 5 4s and 4 6s at a strike rate of 260. What a batter.
What a batter indeed. What a player he is. 52 off just 20 deliveries. And he's putting the Pokhara Avengers in a real driving position here. Strike rate of 260. They now need just 84 from 82.
Very good. Yeah, this is the fastest 50 as well in LPL Season 1. Only 20 deliveries to get there. I read the other day, score is 15, 23 deliveries. Records are tumbling here at the Tribhuvan University International Cricket Stadium.
53 off 21 deliveries. Just the 6 dots. 5 4s. And 4 6s, and this time it's Correll who's going to help himself to another boundary. You've got to give this man credit as well. 31 off 19. He's batting just as well as House is, and the most important thing is he's anchoring the other side.
Oh yes, scores of 1 and 10 in the previous 2 outings. Pressure on the left-handed batter to deliver up front. And today, he showed up for his side. He's matched his partner at the other end, stroke for stroke. And he's looked very good in the middle.
And the problem for the Lumbini Lions is at this stage, they're 47 for 3. The Avengers, 92 for none.
We are only in the 7th over. Look at that scoreboard. Pokhara Avengers. Whoa. That one turned sharply.
Surprising Corell coming in nice and sharp. He does well to keep it out. 79 from 79. A run a ball does it for the Pokhara Avengers. Where's the wicket coming from? 7 overs gone and it's 93 for none.
आफ्ना हरेक चिन्ताहरू अब हामीलाई छोडिदिनुस्। तपाईको भोलिको भरपर्दो साथी सानीमा रिलायन्स लाइफ इन्स्योरेन्स खुलेर जियौं।
तर यो जिद्दी दाग यो निकाल्न इजी छ। सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश यसको 10 हातको शक्ति छ यस्तो जसले जिद्दी दाग निकाल्न गर्छ इजी। सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश।
Neoco solar water heaters, water purifiers, chimneys, the gas hobs they your way of quality living.
Can't wait, won't wait. Sunfeast Dark Fantasy.
Get from here will take them home, 10 wickets in hand. Got a feel for Lumbini Lions. Each time they've got the scores, but the bowlers have flattered to deceive, defending their targets. Yeah, he's picking up length very early. There's protection in the deep. But ladies and gentlemen, it's Gauss in the house here. And he's stayed off in supreme style this evening. Unbeaten on 53 of 21.
It's still early days in the Nepal Premier League. Lumbini Lions playing just their second. It's their skipper who's had an outstanding time with the bat. He's going to come in with the ball. Straight past him and drilled down the ground. It's another boundary to House.
There's no stopping Gauss today. He's seeing the ball really well. Yeah, almost took the umpire on the way to the ropes. Look at that. Just moves it. Oh, almost took him. Good running.
Great intent. When it's not the boundaries, they're looking to rotate the strike. Loud calls, they run early, pick up another single. Lumbini Lions need to figure out where they're going in this first inaugural Nepal Premier League, but at the moment, that bowling lineup looks very weak. It's just the second game for them, and in both occasions, that bowling has really let them down.
Yeah, with 10 wickets intact right now. Could sense the pressures on the fielding side. Getting all easy for the Pokhara Avengers from here.
Required rate 5.92. No real scoreboard pressure now. 8 gone, 99 for none.
Watch NPL on the go on Ncell app, unlimited YouTube and other NPL packs. Download Ncell app now or dial *123*9#.
म त पैसा लिन्छु आइमी पेमा चाहियो के र खर्च गर्न सजिलो कार्डबाटै किन्छु म लिन्छु म ब्याज पनि पाइन्छ हो विदेशबाट आको रकम वेलकम टु आइमी पे वालेट आइमी पे भए चाहियो के छ सबै सेट
Vivo. I dare to overcome every hurdle and shine like a beacon. Presidential Graduate School, where every step leads to a new adventure.
Show. Rohit Paudel trying out virtually everything in the middle. Brings back Saad Zafar, went for 13 runs in his first over. Most of the bowlers have been under a bit of a stick from the bat of this man particularly. Andreas Gauss raced to the fastest 50 of NPL 1. And He's looking very good for more. Yeah, late adjustment, beautifully, nicely placed, using the pace. 100 comes up for Avengers. They're running away with this game. Zafar's not happy. Things going the Avengers' way at the moment.
Well, Saad Zafar may not be happy, but this man can do no wrong at the moment. Andreas House. This was placed so well with that. The Pokhara Avengers passed the 100. 103 on the board now.
How nicely he's picking the spots. He's batting at a strike rate of 258. His partner at the other end is batting at a strike rate of 132. Partnership 104. The required run rate under 6. Just imagine it's only one way at the moment.
They need a wicket. They need a wicket quick, the Lions. They need a couple of wickets quick to try and stay in this contest.
And the problem here with Rohit as well, he's got too many left-arm spinners for a left-handed batter in the middle. And he has no options at his disposal. Look at that for placement and adjustment. Great awareness that he had. He has the big hits, but look how beautifully he's carved that between short third and backward point. That's a shot of a batter in supreme form. Strong hands. The very, very tall frame, huge frame, a lot of power behind him.
23 balls to get the first 50. 26 to get the second. They're going at some knots here. Saad bin Zafar, who is usually a wicket taker, he struggled a bit. Did manage to pick up a couple of wickets towards the end of the last game that he played. Today, none yet.
Yeah. Shown a lot of maturity as well in this partnership. 8 runs coming off over number 9. It's 107 for no loss.
सुजल डेयरीको उत्कृष्ट उत्पादन डिलाइट डेयरी व्हाइटनरले अब हरेक दिन डिलाइटफुल
तपाईँको असली एनर्जी रेड बुल असली नै रोजौ.
And this is out of the screws and out of the park as well. It's another drop catch, but they're not going to mind. Karel helping himself to half a dozen. He's just thumped Rohit Paudel for an incredible 6.
Yeah, he moves into the 40s. He's played a very fine innings. Caution with aggression. Used his feet well. And shown great maturity in this innings of his. High time he got back into form. Scores of 1 and 10 in the previous 2 outings.
Yeah, it's another positive for Nepal. They've still got a local player continuing to perform. Rohit Paudel in the first innings. This time it's Karel in the second innings. 41 off 30.
Works that away towards mid-wicket. Well, Gauss has certainly been the flavour. Fastest 50, and he put on a show today.
He most certainly did. 7 4s and 4 6s, and he is a class act. Times everything so well. And once it's hit, it stays hit. He places really well, and he can target all around the ground.
Nice, very good.
Yeah, ideally he'll be eyeing the big hits. Yeah, look how beautifully he got into position. Fast hands, picked the length early, used the depth of the crease. He's not done yet. 64 of 28. He just tips that towards the mid-wicket region as well. Will retain strike for the next over. First 10 overs has been a run fest. It's 115 for no loss after over number 10. and a breather for the fielders as both the teams will head into a water break as well.
DHI Happier Home छुट्टै छ है Pond Super Light Gel with hyaluronic acid. 200% instant hydration. Miracles happen.
Watch NPL on the go on Ncell app, unlimited YouTube and other NPL packs. Download Ncell app now or dial *123*9#.
Vivo.
Lento Fresh. Freshness that bonds.
Himsta for a complete home. Vivo.
Pond Super Light Gel with hyaluronic acid. 200% instant hydration. Miracles happen.
Himsta for a complete home.
सुजल डेरीको उत्कृष्ट उत्पादन डिलाइट डेरी व्हाइटनरले अब हरेक दिन डिलाइटफुल
DHI Happier Home छुट्टै छ है
Neoco solar water heaters, water purifiers, chimneys, the gas hobs le buzeko cha. Your way of quality living.
There because the natural inclination is to talk about Andreas House. 65 of 29 for credit to 25. But young Dinesh Karel, there's something about him, isn't there? There's the look of a cricketer. Very clear that he's comfortable against the short ball that historically, not so much more recent basis, historically local players from Nepal may not have been comfortable with. Brought up in those wickets, the hard wickets down in Auckland. Certainly, he has really impressed me, and I know he impressed Monty Desai too, who we spoke to there for the first 6 overs of this chase. Could barely get a word in edgeways between the two of us with all the boundaries that were raining around the ground. As an 80-run power play, the highest of the tournament, was struck by the Avengers. This result, should the Avengers be able to finish the job, they need less than a run a ball. Could blow the entire group stage is truly wide open now.
Well, as an impartial, that's exactly what we're after, really. You know, the last thing that we want is being halfway or 3/4 of the way through the tournament and the top 4 decided. You want it to go down to that last day before the qualifiers that you can see who those top 4 will be.
And a reminder to everyone watching, we are impartial. Got a few messages, didn't we? They were saying, oh, well, hold on, I'm supporting Kathmandu because I love their top, and you're supporting Janakpur because you love their top. No, we want good cricket. We want enjoyable cricket.
Just going back to Karel there, what I'll try and look for in a player is the way he goes about putting his innings together. If there's, some players will walk in and get 30 off 9, but it'll just be aimless hitting that just comes off. Well, it's where he's tried to target boundary. This is about when he gets his stumps knocked over here, by the way. So hopefully not, because I really have enjoyed watching him compile the innings.
Again, comfortable against the short ball, which is not something, certainly in all my time coming here, you see many batters be good at. Rohit Powdell showed how good he is against the short ball and against the spinners in the first innings. There's a real chance of his 95 off 59 being overshadowed here, though.
And how often does that happen where someone plays an incredible innings and you think, well, we don't need to decide on who player of the match will be, and then someone steps up. I mean, Ghost is going at over 200. It's been incredible hitting.
Strikes the ball so crisply. Let me ask you about the penultimate ball of the first innings. It was a really good Yorker, and Akash Chand deserves credit for that over that he bowled right at the death. Should he have taken the single?
I thought you were going to talk about the last ball of the innings, but okay, the penultimate. We'll go to that one. We'll go to that one. Look, I think it's selfless cricket. That's what you would expect from the man. That's what you would expect from a captain. But selfishly, I wanted him to keep the strike. Sweet, nicely fielded. Selfishly, because I think he deserved 100, but it speaks volumes for the man, the character, that he took the one. There was a great moment then, when big broad smile when he got to the other end, understanding that there were sort of jeers from the crowd, weren't there? Because they wanted him to face the last delivery.
And the reason I love that moment, I'm glad you called that out. They're very close, anyone in and around the national team. Most of the players are here. And he went up and kind of punched gloves with Akash Chand, but then almost kind of gave him a joking punch too, and said, oh, you had to deny me the 100, didn't you? Really special spirit of cricket on show as always here in Nepal. 11 bowled, 120 for none.
Can't wait, won't wait. Sunfeast Dark Fantasy.
Neoco solar water heaters, water purifiers, chimneys, the gas hobs they your way of quality living.
DHI Happier Home. Today's Hey.
I dare to overcome every hurdle and shine like a beacon. Presidential Graduate School, where every step leads to a new adventure.
Vivo.
Officially now the highest partnership of this inaugural NPL. And like so many of those partnerships on that list, as we see Powell come in to bowl his third over, we thought he should have really bowled against the Kings, didn't we? Spoke to him about it. He said he just wanted to empower his young bowlers. That's going to be 4. All the power of House right on show.
You just get natural boundary hitters, and he's one of them. The ability to find where the sweepers aren't by opening the face or closing the face, and he just knows, if I beat extra cover and hit it well enough, I've got 4.
Down the ground, long on, beats him. 1 bounce, almost sprung off the surface and leapt above his left shoulder. Back-to-back boundaries. We just saw a sign in the crowd that said House 100. He's 25 away.
The old school thinking is, well, you only need 5 and over. Don't open the door for the opposition, but it's not the way they think now. It's just boundary after boundary, more. Finish the game as quickly as you can.
Oh, well bowled. Slower through the air, and as a consequence it turned. Surprised House, and well may he smile. Missed the first game, didn't he? Came in, got a sprightly 20 in the second. Many good judges will have said that he's been could well be a leading run scorer contender in this competition. He's showing us why. He's so strong, isn't he? And just held back, clever from Powell to get out of the over with .1, but House will keep the strike. 12 bowled, 129 for none.
I dare to overcome every hurdle and shine like a beacon. Presidential Graduate School, where every step leads to a new adventure.
Tapai ko asli energy, Red Bull, asli nerozo. Neoco solar water heaters, water purifiers, chimneys, the gas hobs they your way of quality living. Vivo.
Being a local player and an overseas player, and even a couple there, Anil and Asif and Lokesh and Basir, between two local players. Good spread.
As much as this tournament is about the cricket, the excitement, the entertainment, it's also about learning for the local players as well. And batting sometimes with these overseas players will just take some of those scores of 50 to a 75, just with the little bit of experience that you have at the crease. I'm not suggesting that Rohit Patel wouldn't do what he did today any other time, but this tournament is about the growth of Nepal cricket as well.
I wonder, will this young man have a decision now? It's a lovely shape with his shots, doesn't he? Deep in the crease, opens up the offside, always gets a single there.
Just need to bring something up quickly. I know that you get a lot of messages sent to you and us newbies into Nepal pronounce a name incorrectly. But I'm just going to let all of you out there know that when you message Andrew tonight about the pronunciation of Andries Gous, I'm right and he's wrong.
Pretty sure we said the same thing, Andries Gous, together. Looking forward to pulling you up on some Nepal players' name pronunciations over the coming days. Dinesh Karel et al. Thanks, HD. Joking aside, what is the background of that name? Is it an Afrikaans thing, is it?
Very much so. That's South Africa has 11 national languages. One of them is Afrikaans, and that is a very Afrikaans surname. It's the G is with a. And most people outside of South Africa do struggle with that.
But if you're looking at the spelling of the name phonetically, a local who may speak Nepali as their primary language, they'd say Gous or Goose. I've heard Goose said before. Very much it's house with a bit of the inflection on the G.
You think of the South African golfer who won the United States Open a couple of times, Retief Goosen, as he was known, is actually Goosen. So very similar, just with that G.
Tell me I've been getting your name right at least. Have I? Hilton Dian Ackerman?
100%. I'm an English-speaking South African.
I think Andries Gous is a ball counter. I think he wanted a single there. 13 bowled, 135 for none.
नयाँ पुस्ताका सपनाहरू थाहै नपाइकन आफ्ना सपनाहरू बनिसकेका हुन्छन्। ती सपनाहरूलाई पूरा गर्नुस्, खुलेर जिउनुस्। सानीमा रिलायन्स लाइफ इन्स्योरेन्स, खुलेर जियौं।
तर यो जिद्दी दाग यो निकाल्न इजी छ। सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश, यसको 10 हातको शक्ति छ यस्तो जसले जिद्दी दाग निकाल्न गर्छ इजी। सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश।
Neoco solar water heaters, water purifiers, chimneys, the gas hobs le buzeko cha. Your way of quality living.
Himstar for a complete home.
Here in Nepal, a lovely 360, don't you? Just having a look around, assessing the conditions as the sun just drifts towards the clouds that are above the Dada across to our right, those hills. Just made of a really good setup. Dinesh Karel.
Agreed. Nice and still at the crease, really level head as well. There's a slight pre-shot movement just back with his left foot, but he keeps his head very, very still, as you mentioned, those eyes level, which is so important when picking up length of delivery.
Part of grounds operation team here. We've seen a huge curation team. Many of the curators actually live here on the premises at the TU. I assure you, you stay on for an hour and a half, 2 hours after play, like I often do, just to soak in the atmosphere. The amount of work they do. They're up at 5 a.m. before anyone else. Have this place looking an absolute picture for this MPL. That's where he's so strong. Picks up length, loves to pull. He's into the 80s. He's 17 away, HD.
the adjustment of the stroke here is what's so impressive, because yes, it is short, but it doesn't bounce as much. And Ghost gets into position to pull and then almost has to just flip it with virtually a straight bat rather than a horizontal one.
No doubt he's got the pace of the wicket so well now. Think of a better puller of the ball or a cutter in the associate game. Bang, bang. Leg side, now off. Back-to-back boundaries.
Well, we've seen power. This is timing. If you try and hit a square cut too hard, you often just sort of scab it into the ground, but that's beautifully played. And Rohit Patel will go home tonight and they'll say, how many did you get? He'll say, I got 95. They say, well played. How did the team go? Lost by 10. Can you believe it?
It's not just looking like a loss by 10. Looking by a loss by 10, doesn't quite get the length he wants this time. Now, Andries, how well are you counting? Do you know there's one to come? Do you just punch a single and try to take down the 100 in the 15th?
How a day can change. I mean, Durgesh was brilliant yesterday. 3 for nothing. Now he's gone for 40. He hasn't even completed 3 overs. The brutality of T20 cricket.
Hasn't bowled that badly for me either, to be honest. Oh, he's a very good counter. No wonder we know his country of origin. 14 bowled, 147 for none.
सुजल डेयरीको उत्कृष्ट उत्पादन डिलाइट डेयरी व्हाइटनरले अब हरेक दिन डिलाइटफुल.
Watch NPL on the go on Ncell app, unlimited YouTube and other NPL packs. Download Ncell app now or dial *123*9#.
तर यो जित्ती दाग यो निकाल्न इजी छ. सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश. यसको 10 हातको शक्ति छ यस्तो जसले जित्ती दाग निकाल्न गर्छ इजी. सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश.
Hold his nerve. Look at the differing moods in the two camps of the VVIPs up there. The Avengers for 2 days were just as flat as the Lions on top. It's the other way around now. Surya Tamang back into the attack. House on strike. And that's turned sharply. Brave piece of bowling.
You and I were talking a little earlier today, and you were talking about the reaction of particularly the public when a team doesn't play well or there's a loss. I think this is a very easy coaching situation for the Lions. I really do. Is I think it's a look for 2. Coast definitely wants the strike. He is counting. You're 100% right as he goes past 90. But I think that this is where the Lions coach can walk in and say, okay, guys, no need for me to lose my temper here. Where are the areas we think we can get better? Okay, enjoy your evening. Let's move on. Because sometimes you just need to say they played better than us.
And the head coach, Nandan Fadnis, is very like that. Also, the fact of their schedule, I think they play 5 of the next 7 days. He doesn't really have an option. He'll have to do that. On the flip side, for Rajiv Kumar, he's going to breathe a deep sigh of relief, the head coach of the Avengers.
He'll probably walk in with a big, broad smile and go, where have you been?
Well, I know where Andries' house was in the first game. He wasn't even here yet. Probably on a jet plane somewhere, coming across from the United States. Surya Tamang's bowled quite nicely amidst the carnage here. 50 for a young man whose name I think you should remember. Dinesh Karel. He's got a fascinating life story, and now he's got a moment to savour. It comes from 39 deliveries, 7 boundaries, strike rate 130. Keep your eyes on this young man.
Yeah, the innings won't get the plaudits it's deserved because Andries Gous has been quite sensational. But it is an innings that that cricket lovers around the world would have thoroughly enjoyed.
Probably has to pinch himself. Is this all a dream? Back to his native Nepal. On the live Star Sports pictures and around the world, 50 to his name. Batting with one of the very best in the associate game. One to come. I know the result here. I suspect he might be looking for one. Oh, can't get it. Tamang has been excellent. The rest of the Lions attack, not so much. 151 for none.
I dare to overcome every hurdle and shine like a beacon. Presidential Graduate School, where every step leads to a new adventure.
DHI Happier Home. छुट्टै छ है।
तपाईको असली एनर्जी रेड बुल असली नै रोजौं।
विश्वसनीय अनि वित्तीय सेवाको अर्को परिभाषा रिलायन्स फाइनान्स लिमिटेड।
जनताको विश्वास जित्न सफल उत्कृष्ट डाक्टरहरू, अत्याधुनिक प्रविधि, हेलिप्याड सहितको अन्तर्राष्ट्रिय स्तरको स्वास्थ्य सेवा।
51 for none, thanks to an incredible partnership between House and Karel. 92 of 51 for House. Karel just brought up his half century of 39 deliveries. They need just 20 more, and they've got a whole 30 deliveries to get there. Rohit Paudel's 95. It was a great innings, but it looks like the Lumbini Lions, they might be outplayed in this contest as well. The bowling just hasn't been up to par. It's been an innings from Karel. Shouldn't be overshadowed by Andreas Gous. He has played very well for his 4 4s and 3 6s. It's been a great half century. He's found the boundary as often as he's tried. Plenty of maximums, plenty of boundaries in that. Great show for the standards of local cricket here in Nepal. Welcome, Shriram.
Thank you, Manali. Yeah, what a game cricket is. A few days ago, they were 7 for 6, and today 152 for no loss. It's a great leveler, this game. We've seen two extremes, really. They can blow this away with 10 wickets in hand. Wow. What would that dugout feel?
The toss, both skippers would have liked to have a bat first. It wasn't meant to be for the Avengers, but they've done just fine with the bat second. Pulled away. Tries to bring in the bouncer. Surely we've got to see a century today.
Vivek Yadav had a forgettable game last game. Defending 192, he went for 62 in his 4 overs and ceded 16 runs of the last. Bowling when there's not much in the game left.
Ball's just short of the fielder. Trying to get it up and over as fine as possible. This is a decent start for Vivek this time around, coming in for his first over after a very expensive game in the last. Just the 3 runs coming off this over so far, and no surprise that he was held back as late as he was. But you know what? The skipper's desperate. The wickets haven't come, He's had to turn to Vivek. Maybe a breakthrough, but just 17 off 26 with as many wickets in hand. It looks like a losing contest here for them. House, 93 off 52.
None of the bowlers have had any impact today.
Well, he's picked this up beautifully, and he has just enough on it as well. It's going to be another maximum for him. Getting mighty close to bringing up that century. Now just one run away. Great scenes this for the fans of the Pokhara Avengers.
A terrific Siddhartha Bank 6 that. Now moves to 99. I thought Rohit Paudel deserved 100 today. But who knew that Andreas House is going to bring one up in the same game?
Bowled away just a little short, and it is going to be a century. What an innings this is. It has been a cameo, Andreas House. You deserve all the applause here. 16 overs gone, 164 for none.
Watch NPL on the go on Ncell app, unlimited YouTube and other NPL packs. Download Ncell app now or dial *123*9#.
I dare to overcome every hurdle and shine like a beacon. Presidential Graduate School, where every step leads to a new adventure.
DHI Happier Home. Today sahay.
12 fours and 5 sixes. You could not have asked for a better opening from Andreas House. Put his side, the Avengers, in the driving seat. And Carell, he's anchored as well. And not to be outdone, still swinging. They might get 2 here. Great scenes this. Now just 5 off 23 deliveries.
Now look at that moment. He got the 100. Terrific shot to bring it up to 12 fours and 5 sixes for Andreas House. What a player. South African, 31-year-old. South African descent, but plays for America now. 31-year-old. What surprised me, or what's pleasingly surprising, he's played 60 first-class games, average 41 in first-class cricket, highest of 256 not out. Definitely can play.
Yeah, he absolutely can play, and he's just showed us how well he can do that here today in the Nepal Premier League. The crowd have enjoyed some great shots throughout this day. A great innings from Rohit Paudel in the first, and then now Andreas House. They could do it in singles. They can take all the time they want. Just 3 runs away from this target. As for the Lions, they really need to get their bowling sorted before their next game. Plenty of bowlers used, and plenty of them have gone all around the park.
Yeah, this is a morale-boosting win for the Avengers. Their batting was in deep trouble, but these two have really set a solid foundation. 7 bowlers used, none of them making an impact for the Lions. What will be going through Paudel's mind?
Oh, nearly bowled. And they're going to run across for another 2. It's going to be leveled scores now. Just 1 run away from victory, the Pokhara Avengers. They had a shocker not too long ago, and they've completely turned their fate around.
This will do the net run rate a lot of good as well. They were -4 before this game.
Pulled away, and it's going to go all the way for 6. That is how you close a game. That's going to be a win for the Pokhara Avengers. 176 for none, with plenty of wickets and deliveries in hand. They win by a whopping 10 wickets. Outstanding scenes from the Pokhara camp, and why not? They have a lot to celebrate for today. They came out and they performed well. The bowling was not bad, it was decent, but the batting, it's been outstanding. Their fans happy. The coach is going to be a happy man as well. And that man on your screen, Andreas House, what an innings it's been from him. 104 off just 55 deliveries. And not to forget the 61 off 46 from Carell. He brings home the winning runs as well, and